by welcoming you to today's hearing. Today, we will examine the roadway safety crisis, how to save lives, and explore difficult work necessary to achieve zero deaths, zero, on our nation's roads. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration estimates that nearly 4,300 people are killed on our roadways, were killed on our railroads in 2021. We owe it to these victims to remember that each number represents a family torn apart by tragedy. We are moving in the wrong direction. Traffic fatalities have increased 19% since before the pandemic. And remember, during the pandemic, many people were at home and not even on the road. Deaths among people walking and biking have increased by 62% in the last decade. The data show that African Americans are disproportionately killed in traffic-related crashes, and crashes are the leading cause of death for our children and teens. In 2019, this subcommittee held a hearing on roadway safety to gather recommendations on what actions Congress should take in the in the surface transportation bill to save lives. And we heard what is not working, loud and clear. For too long, we have accepted preventable traffic deaths as inevitable, prioritized speed over safety, and focused solely on moving cars quickly. I'm proud to say that several of the changes discussed at that hearing became key elements of the committee's Invest in America Act. And some changes survived in the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, which will shift the focus to safe mobility for all. Today, we will hear from stakeholders again on how to plan and use the tools of the Infrastructure Jobs Act to turn the tide on needless roadway deaths. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act is much stronger on roadway safety than any previous service transportation law has been. It provides states and local governments key policy direction and historic funding to invest in roadway safety. States and local partners now have the responsibility to think creatively, invest wisely, and begin to make real change. However, the Infrastructure and Jobs Act also continues a long-standing yet little discussed reality of federal highway funding, that states have significant discretion to choose how to spend that money, including the ability to transfer safety program funds to other uses. I am pleased that Mr. Wilson is with us today to discuss how states will ensure that money is used to save lives. The rhetoric around traffic safety has finally begun to change. Transportation leaders now acknowledge the shared responsibility to build roads that are safer for everyone. But words alone are not enough. We must take concrete steps to design, build, and rebuild roads that prioritize the safety movement of people regardless of how they move. I hope that with redoubled commitment today, we will not be having the same conversation years from now. Thank you to each of our witnesses for being here today, and I look forward to your testimony. At this point,